All right. So we talked about isotopes and how the same atom can vary the number of neutrons. Now, ions are just when we vary the numbers of electrons. So an ion is defined as an atom or group of atoms that has a positive or negative charge. So, how do atoms become ions? Well, they gain or lose electrons. So, electrons, we know that electrons have negative charges, they have a negative one charge. So if I'm going to gain electrons, I'm going to get a negative ion because we know from part one that the electrons and the protons were in balance. They were neutral because I had the same numbers of electrons as I did protons. But if I'm gaining electrons, if I'm gaining negative charged particles, I'm going to have more negatively charged particles than I do positively charged particles, which results in a negative ion. Now, the opposite happens if I lose electrons. Metals tend to lose electrons, and they become positive ions. Again, when I lose negative particles, now my atom has more positive particles than it does negative particles. It's not like remember, I cannot gain protons or change the number of protons, but I can alter the number of electrons. And again, atoms either tend to gain or lose electrons when they're forming compounds, when they're chemically reacting. So this happens pretty readily.